Hey everyone, I am Jade Ocean. Thank you for joining me today. So today we're going to be doing a flow to open and warm up our psoas. Our psoas muscle is located right here in the front. It's our front hip flexor. It runs down into the quad, into the groin area, and then also runs straight up and over, and then it comes into our back. So this is a really important area. We use it to walk, to run, to get up, to sit down, for pretty much everything, and it's highly neglected. So we're going to go ahead and just show it some love today. So make sure that you have a bolster or a pillow, and then also a block or two of them if you could. And then I like to have a blanket next to me just in case for my knees if they're ever sore. It's just nice and handy to have right there. So also too, you can grab a strap as well if you want to for stretching in the end. But let's come on down onto the mat. I'll meet you in the center of the mat. I'm going to go ahead and grab my bolster and place it behind me. So we're going to start in one of two positions. So we can either come into a Virasana. So Virasana is where we're sitting on top of our knees. Actually, our knees are bent and our legs are splayed out to the side, and then the bolster is right behind us. So we can come here, or this could be a little bit of intenseness for our quads. So if it's just not your pose today, no worries. You guys can come into a nice straight leg, a modified bridge. So nice straight leg, and then you're going to grab a block and still have the bolster behind you. Only we're going to place the block under our sacrum. So I'm going to go ahead and show you this bridge modified position first, but I'm going to come into Virasana. So let me show you how to do the modified. So legs are out in front of you. Very carefully, you lay back onto the bolster. With deep inhale, you can press your feet into the floor to lift your sacrum up. Go ahead and place the block right underneath the sacrum. Find comfort here. And then deep inhale, extend the legs just over top, straight. Just let them extend out. And then let the arms fall to the side. You can tuck the shoulder blades underneath. So that's your modified bridge if you want to come there. Otherwise, meet me in Virasana. So Virasana again, we're going to bend the knees, feet are out to the side. Good. Deep inhale here. Exhale, go ahead and fold back onto your pillow or bolster, whatever you have. Tuck the shoulder blades underneath. And then let's let our arms just fall open to the side. So I like to open them up just a little bit wider, just to stretch my front shoulders out just a little bit deeper. So let's inhale here. We're just going to take some time to come to our breath, to find some awareness, some presence, and bring our attention to our breath. And deep inhale. Nice full expansive inhale. Breathing into the chest, into the belly, into the side ribs. And then very slow control, letting it out on the exhale. Deep inhale, think about elongating. So we're elongating the spine, drawing the head back, creating space in the vertebrae. Make sure that our neck is neutral, so no tipping it back. Be sure that you're not tucking the chin. That can cause a lot of strain on the neck. So we just want it to, you can wiggle it around. We just want it to be neutral, a neutral neck, neutral chin up to the sky or up to the ceiling, wherever you are. A deep inhale to extend, to elongate, to create space. And then exhale to soften, to let everything go and just settle and be here. Be here in this moment, letting everything else go. Then we're thinking about emotions, and we're thinking about thoughts. Sometimes we get stuck thinking about the future, about the past, about everybody else, and we just need to stop and think about us, how we breathe. Just let everything else go. Nothing else serves you right now. Deep inhale. Exhale. Sometimes finding stillness in the mind can be the most difficult part. Keep breathing. Nice full inhales. Be sure to just stop and pause at the top. Just take it all in, and then just hold it just at the top for just a bit, and then slowly let it go. Same thing at the bottom. You'll notice that you don't have to actively pull the air in. It'll just suction in, so it'll just come in once you let all the air out and just hold it for just a moment. And drawing our awareness to our breath. All that matters right now is our breath. Again, a deep inhale. Exhale, open mouth. Letting it go, softening. Soften the jaw, soften the face, the eyebrows. They tend to crinkle up on us. Let the cheeks go, the shoulders go, even though they're open. Just let them fall, let them relax. Letting the hips just release. Let's just take a minute now to maybe find our Ujjayi breath. Our Ujjayi breath is a little constricting in the throat. So it's a little bit open, a little bit closed, where you hear almost a soft sound, like a whispering sound, or I like to say like the ocean. It does sound like an ocean. So it's a very subtle sound. A deep inhale can be very cooling, which is really nice if it's hot, which is very hot today. Nice full inhale, close mouth, exhale. Constricting the throat. See if you can feel your Ujjayi. Breathing in through the nostrils. Breathing out through the nostrils. As we breathe out, letting the ribs, the front ribs, just soften. Just let them settle and absorb into the body. Before we move our bodies in any way, let's just set an intention for class. You can set whatever you like. I do like to start with showing gratitude, showing love for the fact that we're here practicing on our mats. Let go of everything else. Show love for yourself. Find honor in your body for being here and guiding you through this flow, this mental awareness, this letting go and starting over. And just allow that to settle, moving with intention today. On the next inhale, we're going to go ahead and firm the quads, so activating the muscle in the front quads. So the quads are the front thighs here. So no lifting. And it doesn't matter which position you chose, we're just going to activate it. So just squeezing it. See if you can feel it and notice that feeling. Deep inhale, firm the quads. Full, keep breathing all the way in. Firm the quads, don't let go. Exhale, let it go, release. We'll do this 4 more times. A deep inhale again, firm the quads, keeping our sitting bones, either our sacrum on the block or our bones, sitting bones on the floor. We're not lifting anything. Exhale, release. Good. Notice that you feel maybe just a little heat in this area now. Inhale, firm again. Full inhale, breathing into the chest, paying close attention to the breath. And exhale, release. So our next 2 times, let's see if we can lift the hips just a little bit. Just creating a little bit of a tuck with the tailbone. So if you're in the modified bridge, just tucking the tailbone down towards the heels. Deep inhale, firm and tuck. And if you're in the Supta Virasana like I am, you can lift the hips up just a little bit and then release. One more time. When you're ready, inhale, tucking the tailbone. Opening up, you'll feel opening possibly in the quads, maybe closer to the knees. If it's hurting you at all, just back off just a little. Listen to your body. Never force it. Just let it do what it's here to do for you without pushing it. And coming back to the breath. No movement, just breathing. We'll notice that if we keep trying to force things in life, it almost puts up a block. And it makes it harder to pass through. So if we can Just allow nature to be as it is and keep, trying and making the effort. It'll open up. We just have to make sure we embrace an open heart and just remain consistent and patience. When we get frustrated, we put a block up, and so it never moves forward. Okay. Go ahead and use your elbows to bring you up. So carefully roll onto the tops of the hands, or the bottom of the hands, the palm, lifting our bodies back up. You can remove the block from your sacrum, and then let's go ahead and move our bolster. So just put it off to the side. We just move it over to the side because we'll probably use it again. Okay. And deep inhale here. Go ahead and fold forward. So even if you're in a modified bridge, so if you're sitting up in Dandasana with your legs straight out in front of you, it's fine. You can keep them out. In fact, let's all just move our legs in front of us. We've had it bent for a while, so let's just shake it out. Good. Just a little bit of movement, pedaling, and slapping our knees onto the floor, sitting straight up. Sit bones are grounding into the floor. Wiggle it out just a little bit. And deep inhale. Exhale. So we're going to go ahead and come on down to the floor. So use our palms again to slowly and carefully guide you down. So we're going to roll down onto our back. This is supine. Supine's up. Sup, sup. So supine position here. And anytime we're in this position, we want to tuck our shoulder blades just to open the heart so we're not rolling on our backs. So tucking the shoulder blades, drawing the shoulders down. Shoulder blades are behind our back. Shoulders are up here. We all know our shoulders. Drawing them down. Let the arms fall out to the side. Tucking the tailbone down just so that within our lower back, there's not a huge arch there. So we want just a little baby arch, trying to get it close to the floor. And it does not have to be flat on the floor. Just a little bit. And deep inhale here. Our knees are pointing up. Our feet are on the floor, parallel. Good. Once again, draw attention to the neck. So elongating the neck, finding ease in the face, letting the jaw relax. Just find some comfort here before we begin to move. Using your Ujjayi breath if that feels good to you right now. And smiling if you want. Always feels nice to smile. On the next inhale, let's draw our right knee up into our chest, and then go ahead and you can clasp your hands and place it around the knee. Deep inhale, drawing the knee into the chest, and then exhale, lift the left leg, drawing that heel straight out. So we're straightening our left leg out to the floor, activating it, pressing it into the floor. Good. Pulling the tailbone down. When we do this, our right hip sometimes will just crank up. So let's draw that right hip down a little bit. We want to keep our hips just as level as possible. So one side's not up and the other side's not down. So we're just trying to keep it a little bit even here. So we're going to come into some rotations here. You can either flex the foot on the bottom just to keep everything activated. So we're lifting the front quad. We are flexing the foot. We are opening the psoas on that leg that's down. The one that's pulled in, we're just pulling it in towards our body. You can have the toe pointed. I like to do that. We're going to come into some rotations here. So just drawing the knee into circles. Let's go one side 5 times, and then we'll do 5 times the other side. So deep inhaling on one rotation. Good. Just massaging our psoas out. And exhale on the other rotation. 2. Good. 3, keep the upper body nice and relaxed. You'll notice a little tension building up. 3, 4, and 5. When you get to the top, go ahead and switch the rotation. So inhale one direction, come all the way to the top, and then exhale the other circle. And 3. 2, nice wide circles, not lifting the upper body, and 1. Inhale to drop back in, pulling it in with your arms. So we're activating our arms here. Exhale, softening the belly, softening the ribs down. Let's inhale and draw our heel, so our right heel, keep that left leg activated, so keep it drawing into the floor. We're gonna lift our right heel up towards the sky. You can draw your clasp behind, so on the hamstring, behind the leg. A deep inhale, drawing your heel up towards the sky or the corner. No need to force it. Remember I said forcing doesn't allow it to open, so we just wanna come to a comfortable level. So if that means releasing the leg and just letting it come to what feels comfortable because you can't reach it, that's okay too. I just don't want you to bend the knee, so we're gonna keep our leg nice and straight here. And you can also grab your strap here, although we're gonna come into movements in just a moment. Just feel this out. A deep inhale. And exhale, let's lower the right leg down, so drawing the heel towards the floor, hover and draw it right back up. Good, 1, draw it down, keep pressing that left leg into the floor. It's 2, down and up, this is 3, and down and up. Keep the right hip down, don't let it ride up on you. And up, this is 4, and down and up, this is 5. Keep the belly firm, up 6, keep going, down, up 7, and down, up 8, keep the neck nice and neutral, and up 9, down, and up 10, I know, draw the knee into the chest, good, lift your left knee up, and draw your left knee into the chest too, so both knees are into the chest. You can wrap your arms around them, do a little movement here. A deep inhale, this little rocking back and forth will relax the back, open the back up just a little bit. It's like a little baby massage. Good, and then release the feet back to the floor. Okay, so readjust yourself, tucking the back, right? Firm the belly, soften the ribs into the body. Neutral neck, so soften the face, no clenching the jaw. Let the shoulders just fall out for a moment. Deep inhale here, exhale. Let's inhale and draw our left knee into our chest. Again, we can clasp the hands or you can grab whatever feels comfortable to you. So I like to clasp my hands. We're gonna do rotations again. So let's go ahead and extend our right leg out towards the front. So it's straight now out towards the end of the mat. Remember flexing the foot, so keeping the whole leg activated. I like to draw my tailbone down so I feel a little flexion in the right butt cheek. So drawing the knee into the chest, deep inhale. And then exhale, I like to point my toe here, my left toe, and then we're just gonna rotate. So remember, one rotation would be inhale, nice and slow, go with the breath. The other rotation will be the exhale. And keep going, doesn't matter which way you decide to go, you'll just switch it. And 3, 2, and 1, come to the top, and go ahead and switch that rotation. So 5, nice and slow, 4, keep breathing, 3, good, 2, and 1, good job, good, and then draw it into the chest once again. Keep that right leg activated. Remember, we're pulling our left hip down just a little bit, same as the other side, just so it doesn't ride up on us, okay? So inhale. Let's lift the heel, the left heel up towards the sky, the ceiling, the corner of the room, whatever's comfortable for you. So you'll feel a little stretch maybe in your hamstring. You can clasp the hands if you can get your leg up with comfort, or you could just let it be and just hold this for a moment. Inhale, drawing the shoulders down, realign. It's like a body check every time. So before we go into movement, just check your alignment. Just kind of go through the checklist of, okay, soften the ribs, firm the belly, and anything core you want to firm the belly, which is pretty much everything. So let's go ahead and lower the left leg down and lift it back up. That's 1, lower down, firming the belly, lifting 2, lower down, lifting 3, lower down, 4, 5, keep the belly firm, 6, 7, 8, good, 9, keep going guys, and 10, yay. Okay, draw the knee back into the chest, good, Bring that right knee into the chest now. We're going to do those little circle rotations. You don't have to grab the knees. You could just, I like to put my arms out to the side and just rock back and forth. It just feels good. Inhale, fill the chest up. This will get tense when we do those core, so any type of core exercises, poses, anything. So it's just always good to go back to it, right? That checklist. And just fill it up and then soften everything. Okay. So now we're going to come feet to the floor. Extend them out just a little bit in front of you. We're going to use our elbows to push up. Use your core very carefully. Come on to the tops of the back of the hand. I don't know why I keep saying that. So the palms of the hand. And put them right underneath the shoulders here. And just find your setup. So we're going to come into Vinyasa. So Vinyasa is our boat pose. Okay, bent knees. So we're using a little bit more of the front hip flexors, the psoas. So here what we want to do is make sure that we have a nice neutral spine, so we're not back bending, we're not crouching over, no forward bending here. So nice firm core, realign yourself, lift the shoulders back, let them soften down. We're pressing into the palms right now evenly, so don't put too much force on the wrists because that'll hurt the wrist. So not in the back of the palm, but the entire palm towards the fingers too. Let's inhale. Coming up just a little bit higher. We're going to lift our heels up off the floor if that's appropriate for you. Otherwise, you can keep them there. And we're just going to come into some pulses. So I'm going to extend my arms out in front of me. I'm going to lift my legs if that's right for you. If not, leave them there. And then just little baby pulses. So my arms are not reaching in front of me. They're plugged. Those arm bones are plugged into my shoulders. So I'm nice and straight here, okay? So pulse. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, heart up, 2, and 1. Release the feet down. Place the palms like we just started. So palms are going to be underneath the shoulders, pressing evenly into the palms. Press into the feet, hips distance apart, lifting the hips straight up and back. So we're opening our shoulders up, pressing the sacrum into the body, pulling the shoulders back behind us, creating like a little pillow for our neck. So we're not releasing our neck back, we're just holding it here. Press into the heels, press evenly into the palms, turn those triceps back, and exhale, release. A little bit of heat build up there. Maybe. Boat pose one more time here. So find your alignment. Let's do 10, 9, 8, 7, maybe come a little lower, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more time, feet on the floor. And press the palms into the floor under the shoulders. We're going to press onto the heels, lift the hips straight up, creating a reverse tabletop here. Deep inhale, let the shoulders open. Firm the tailbone into the body. Pull the sacrum into the body. Draw the tailbone down towards the knees, the back of the knees, and then release. Good. Let's cross our legs. Deep inhale here. Exhale, just let it all go. So now notice how you feel. Notice your body's just little sensations right now. And then just let it go. Just noticing it. Your body just did a lot. And it's only been, not very long. So again, gratitude. Thank your body for what it's doing for you. So inhale, let's go ahead and plant our hands onto the floor in front of us. We're going to kick our legs out to the back. So we're in tabletop here. So tabletop. Let's just line ourselves up. So pressing the palms into the floor again. We want to make sure that we're not just putting all the tension and all the pressing into the back of our palm here, because that can cause a lot of damage in the wrist, a lot of strain. So just make sure you just roll it forward. And sometimes we're a little bit tight in our forearms, so just rock out a little bit. You can come into some sways here. I like to do deep inhale, just roll around just a little bit. Just feels good. I know we're not doing the hands today, but a lot of our movements incorporate hand movements, so we definitely need some flexion here and extension. And then what I want you to do is spin your triceps back. A deep inhale, pressing into the floor, lifting up through the arms. Good. And then exhale, firming the belly in, softening the ribs into the body, same as how we were when we were laying down. So at the next inhale, let's extend our left leg back, followed by our right. We're going to press the floor. Exhale, pushing our bodies away from the floor. So keep the triceps spinning back, press evenly into the hands when we spin the triceps back, so rotating it back. We're squeezing the arms towards each other. And then what happens is the front palms here, the inner palms, they want to lift, so we want to repress that down. Alignment is key, guys. Alignment's number one. If we don't do something right, we're setting up a path of the wrong way again, and that's not what we're here to do. We want to create positive paths for our body, even if we're just doing a couple. Just getting it right is number one. So deep inhale here. Good. Exhale, firming the tailbone down, firm the belly in. So it's not a half down dog. Do not hammock here because you could hurt yourself. So activating the core, firming the quads. Don't let the ankles hang out. So we want them to be nice and the heels right behind the toes or right above them. I like to pedal my ankles out a little bit, otherwise you get so stiff. So it's good to just pedal them out, rock them out a little bit, open the toes up a little. Our shoulders are right over or a little bit behind, but right over our palms. So let's do a deep inhale here. One more time. Exhale, I know. Pressing into the floor, lifting the hips up and back into our first Adho Mukha Svanasana, our down dog. I like to pedal the knees out. It's good to pedal one side, hold it, pressing the shoulder of the bent side down into the floor, and then moving the body towards the open on the straight side, if that makes sense. You can look at me. And deep inhale here. Firm the belly, come back to center, and then we're going to bend the other knee, whichever way you decide to go. Pull that shoulder down towards the floor, twisting the body a little bit towards the opening, just a little bit. Remember, no force. Just a little. And let your body allow it to do what it's going to do. Don't make it do something it's not ready to do. Inhale, come back to center. Pressing the floor, lifting the hips up. Nice straight line from the wrists all the way up to the tailbone. So firming the belly, bend the knees if the hamstrings feel a little tight. Sometimes I like to bend my knees and then push my hips up and then begin to maybe straighten and relax the legs a little bit straighter. And deep inhale here. Shifting forward again. Back to our plank. Good. We're going to bend our knees, set the hips back, push the hips straight back, lift them back up into our Adho Mukha Svanasana. Shift forward, so actively keep moving here in our little waves. Bend the knees towards the floor but not touching the floor. The hips start to go back. We're really opening our toes up, pushing from the hands, lifting the hips up, a little back stretch. Back to our Adho Mukha, shifting forward to our plank. Good. Watch the shoulders, don't go over the wrists. Bend the knees, push the hips back, activating the quads here, lifting the hips up. Deep inhale, stay here for the inhale. Exhale. Inhale, shift forward. And stay here for the exhale now. Inhale, let's lift our hips back up. Good. On the next inhale, I'm going to have you guys lift your right leg straight up towards the sky from the inner thigh. So lifting from the inner thigh, lifting straight up, pressing the floor. Don't forget about the floor, pushing that front body away from the floor. Keep the quad on the straight leg, the supporting leg, nice and lifted. And I like to bounce my ankle, otherwise it gets too stiff and it starts to get hurt. So bend the right knee towards the left corner. So you're coming into what I call a scorpion dog. We're opening our hip flexor, pressing the floor away, lifting our knee up. I like to point the toe. It just creates a little more grace, a little more ease, more energy coming out that line. And then let's inhale, exhale, shift forward, bring the knee to the chest, lift it high, and then place the foot in between the hands on the right center. Make sure your knee is over your heel. Lower the back knee down, uncurl the back toes, and then you can walk your knee back just a little bit. We're going to come up into our Kapyasana. So deep inhale, lift the arms straight up. Good. Drawing that left hip forward just a little bit, right hip back. Leaning, drawing the tailbone down, lifting the heart up. So no back bending, but we're just lifting our heart straight up. Like there's like a little energy pool from our heart. Exhale, feel free to put your hands on your front quad just very gently. Just do some little rocks here. Keep the tailbone down, breathing into that tightness, relaxing the upper body. Good. A deep inhale, extend the arms out to the side and straight up. Exhale, release the arms back to the floor. Plant the hands on the floor. We're going to plant the left hand on the inside of the right foot in front of us. A deep inhale to lengthen through the crown, and then begin to twist from the core. So try not to crank it from the arm, lifting the right arm up towards the sky. Full expansive inhale. Stay for the exhale. Let's inhale and come up. Stay for the exhale. So our right arm is extending straight back. Our left arm is extending forward, and we're twisting from our core. So watch that right hip, the leg that's forward, is not just pushing out to the side. It's going to get lazy. It's a lot of outer hip here, so we want to pin it into the body, pulling our hips into the body, our sitting bones into the body, lifting straight up. Good. So we're twerking around our spine here. So there's no leaning or anything like that. We're just twisting around the spine. Inhale, come on back down with the left hand towards the floor, reaching the right hand back up. So we're just going to go up and down 5 more times, 4 more times. Exhale, come back up. Inhale, release back down, reaching up. Exhale, come back up. Exhale, because we're in a nice tight twist here. Inhale, plant the hand, reach back up, create length. It's a little bit of a resting. Exhale, come back up one more time. Keep the tailbone drawing down. Inhale, hand comes down, right arm straight up. Breathe, breathe into the body. And then exhale, let's come back up here. Good. Let's extend our right arm down and around to our left thigh. So wrapping it around the left thigh. And let's reach our left arm up and then overhead. A little bit of a twist and a reach here. Keep inhale, pressing a little bit deeper into that front knee. And exhale, release the hand down. Circle the right arm back up and down. Curl the back toes. Yes. Lift the back leg up. Let's press into the floor to lift the right foot to meet with the left foot. Good. So we're in our plank. Let's push our hips straight up. No vinyasa. We're just going to come right back to our down dog. Press the hips straight up. Let's just pedal out. Notice how one side of the body feels compared to the other side. You guys can use your blanket too for your knee. Good. All right. So same thing with the other side now. We're going to lift our left leg straight up to the sky. Remember, pressing into the floor, triceps back. A deep inhale here. Stay for the exhale. Pressing into the floor. Remember, always draw your attention to your breath and keep breathing. Let's bend the knee, extend the foot back, and point it towards our right corner now. Good, lifting that left knee up. Remember, keep the quad on the straight leg nice and firm. Good. Keep going, guys. I know this is hard. And then exhale, draw the knee into the chest, shifting forward. Plant that foot down, left center of the hands. Release the right knee down to the floor and curl the toes. Yes, this feels very nice. Feel free to use a blanket under the knee. I'm going to just show you how to do that. So you can just grab your, it's nice to have a blanket right there. And deep inhale, extend the arms out and straight up. And exhale, go ahead and hands to heart center, or you can just release it onto your front left quad. So right hip's going to come forward, left hip, make sure it's not just pushing out, so drawing it into the body. Keep pushing from that front heel. A deep inhale, exhale, soften, little baby rocks maybe, just to open up that right stretch in the front hip. And good. Keep going. Inhale, arms straight back up. Exhale, let's swan dive, hands back to the floor. We're going to press with our right hand into the floor. And then remember, inhale to lengthen through the crown, and then let's extend our left arm. We're twisting from our core. So not using our arms to twist. We're going to twist just as much. We're just using our right arm for balance right here. Keep breathing. Use your core. Use the breath to guide the core, to twist, to turn. So we're twerking around the spine. Remember, we're not moving our spine around. It's nice and neutral. We're just twerking our body around it. Inhale, come back. I'll come all the way up. So left arm's extending behind us. Our right arm is extending in front of us. We're pushing from the front heel. Keep extending up through the crown of the head. And exhale. Inhale, release the right hand down, left arm up. It's 4, 3, and 2. Find your balance. Right arm down, left arm up. And 1 more. Right arm down. And then come on back up. Good, keep your twist. I know your shoulders are probably getting a little bit tired here. So let's release that left arm, wrap it around to the right hip. Yep, and then extend our right arm up overhead. And a little twist and lean here. Exhale, circle the hands back to the floor. Lift that left leg, pressing into the floor. Bring it back to meet your right. So we're in plank here. You can remove your blanket and push the hips straight up. Just take a break here. A deep inhale. And exhale. Good. So inhale, come up to the toes, bend the knees, push the hips back. We did this in the beginning. Exhale, open the fingers, grip with the fingertips. We're gonna either jump to lift the hips up. We're either gonna step forward or we can hop forward. So inhale, use your fingers as brakes, and then come on forward. Inhale, lift the heart straight up in front of you. Half lift, firming the belly. Exhale, fold back down, chest to thighs, Uttanasana. Let the neck just hang. Inhale very carefully with the neutral spine. Extend the arms out as we lift our body straight up towards the ceiling, the sky, wherever you are. Hands come straight up to touch if you can. And then exhale. We'll bring them back to heart center. Okay. So we're going to go into our sun salutations now. A deep inhale, extend the arms back up. Exhale, float them out to the side, swan dive forward. Good, you can bring your fingertips to the floor. So we're going to bend our right knee, pushing our hips back. So our hips are going to move back. We're not going to let our right knee fall over the toes. So push the hips back, deep inhale here. Exhale, plant the right hand onto the floor. You can use fingertips, and then slowly twisting, extending the left arm up towards the sky. And deep inhale. Exhale, go ahead and release that left hand down. Good, pedal the legs out. Good, come up to halfway lift. Deep inhale here, lift the heart forward. Keep the belly nice and firm. Exhale, release the fingers back to the floor. So we're gonna bend now the left knee. Keep that right straight leg straight. And deep inhale, extend the right arm up towards the sky. Good, push the hips back. Make sure we're balanced in our feet, so pressing evenly into the feet. And then exhale, and hand comes right back down. You can pedal out, lift the heart forward again. Good. Exhale, plant the hands into the floor. Step back, either your left or right foot, followed by the other. So we're in plank now. We're going to shift forward and use your knees, or you can come into full chaturanga. Firm core, keep the neck neutral with the spine. Elbows come back. Draw over the tops of the feet to pull the heart forward, pulling it through between the arms, straightening the arms, pulling the tailbone down, lifting the heart up into our Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Lift the hips up and back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Good. Pressing the floor away, stretching the back. Deep inhale here. This is where we're going to need blocks. So make sure your blocks are close to you. If you want to take a break and grab some water too. Just pedal out, press into your down dog for a moment. Grab water if you need to. You can always come down to Balasana, knees to the floor. And then extend the arms in front of you, and then just let them relax with your forehead on the floor. So our toes, my toes here are touching, and then my knees are open, so my body's falling through. This is a good resting pose, so anytime, feel free to come here, okay? This is anytime you come here. No permission. You don't need me to tell you to do it. You just have full permission to go here. Okay? Now when you're ready, I'll meet you back in down dog. Okay, so let's bring our right leg straight up towards the sky. No bending the knee. We're just lifting it straight up to a 3-point dog. And then exhale, bring the knee into the chest. We're going to lower that right foot, right center of the feet. We're going to lower our back knee back down so you can use your blanket if you need to again. Okay, and then a deep inhale just to lift the heart forward. So this is a runner's lunge here, okay? So our knees on the floor, we're pressing into the front heel, coming up onto the fingertips just to lift the heart straight up here. So we're extending the spine here. And then exhale, sit the hips back, all the way back. We're going to come into Hanumanasana. So straight leg, and this is where I like to use my blocks because my hamstrings are a bit tight here. So if you want to intensify this, even if you're up a little bit higher, it's always good to flex the foot. So pointing the foot up, pressing the big toe away from you. So pulling the pinky toe towards you. That's just a very deep stretch. We want to try to keep a nice neutral spine. If that means that you are way up here, that is fine, because that's about where I am too. You can always extend your heel out just a little bit further. Keep the right hip actively pushing back. A deep inhale, find ease in the upper body. Good. Don't put too much weight on the blocks. This is an active stretch, so we're using the floor. We're pushing our heels into the floor. That's opening up our hamstrings. Good. And then inhale. Let's come right back to the top of the feet. We're just going to shift forward back into our lunge. So walk the hands right back towards the feet or the foot. And a deep inhale, lift the heart up. And then exhale again. We're just going to walk it straight back to our blocks. We'll lift the foot up. Right hip goes back. You can do some little shakes here. It's always nice to do that. Again, right back, bend the knee. And 2 more times. Come back into our Hanumanasana. Good. Our half split. Bend the knee to runner's lunge. Deep inhale and exhale. Shift the hips back. Good. Lengthening up through the spine. Inhale. And exhale, rebend the knee again. You guys can move your blocks just off to the side here. Plant the hands down into the floor. We're just going to curl the back toes to lift the knee and then press into the floor to lift the right foot back. Good. Shift forward. We're going to do our chaturanga, or you guys can do a knee chaturanga. Pull the heart up and forward. Draw the ankles in. Pull the tailbone down, straightening those arms, drawing those shoulders down away from the ears, and then lift the hips up and back for your exhale into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Good. Press the floor, realign yourself. And don't forget, remember that checklist. It becomes natural, but it's always good to keep awareness of it, even if it's a habit. Sometimes habits get lost too. Awareness is always key. We want to notice what we're doing, be in the moment. So let's lift our left leg straight up towards the sky or the ceiling. So we're spinning from the inner thigh up, otherwise our leg will externally rotate. So our toes will point out. So we want to keep them pointing down. Exhale, draw the knee into the chest as you shift forward, coming onto the toes, and then plant that foot down the left center of the hand. Lower the back knee down, uncurl the toes. Come onto the fingertips. We're going to pull the heart forward. Tailbone comes down. Runner's lunge, extending the heart up. And then exhale. Hips are going to come back. Grab your blocks. Bring your blocks with you. So hips come back. You can extend the foot forward, the heel forward just a little bit. Realign yourself. And then remember, flex the foot. Pinky comes towards you. Press that big toe away. A deep inhale here. Exhale, rebend the knee. Come back forward. Runner's lunge. Pulling with the fingertips, the heart forward. Creating length in the spine. Exhale, straighten the leg. Back into our Hanumanasana, our half split. Flexing the foot. Inhale, slowly bending the knee, walking the fingers up. lengthening the spine. Exhale, lifting that toe up, back into our half split. Little rocks here. Remember, left knee is pulling back now, so the straight leg, we want to pull that hip back. Good, deep inhale, bend the knee. And one more time after this. Lift the heart forward. Exhale again. Coming back into our half split. Rock the hips out. Good, so hips are over top of that right knee. And a deep inhale, one more time here. We're going to rebend the knee. Plant the hands. Curl the back toes under, lift the knee. Lift that left foot to meet the right foot. And then push our hips straight up and back. Down dog once again. You can drop your knees and move your blocks if you want to. Keep them close by though, just in case. I'm just going to move mine to the side here. Okay. So let's shift our bodies forward into plank, a lower back down, chaturanga. Roll over the tops of the feet, pull the heart forward and up. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, lift the hips up and back. Deep inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look where you want to hop or jump or float forward. Lift the heart up and forward, Ardha Uttanasana, half. And then exhale, chest to thighs into Uttanasana. Inhale, extend the arms out to the side, straight up. Utthita Hastasana. Exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, one more time here. So let's inhale, hands back up. Exhale, swan dive down. Plant the hands, either float, step, hop, whatever you want to do. Back, I'm going to jump back into my chaturanga. Pull the heart up and through. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, lift the hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Good. A deep inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, draw the knee into the chest, place it straight right center of the hands. Lower the back heel down so your front heel is lined up with your back arch. We're going to circle that left hand up and coming into our Vira 2. So watch the front knees not going in or going out. So we want to tuck that glute under, the front glute under, and then make sure that your front knee is pointed towards the second toe, so about the middle of the foot. Okay, it's very, very, very important that you do that. And deep inhale here, lifting our upper body off of our pelvis. Activate, pressing that left leg back, sealing the back outer edge of the foot. Exhale, shift forward. Good, we're gonna lower our right knee very gently onto our right elbow onto our right knee. Inhale, lifting our left arm, so we're gonna flip our hand here, our arms. And deep inhale to extend up and overhead. Okay. Lifting the shoulder up towards the ceiling or the sky. And deep inhale here. Pulling the sacrum into the body. Good. Exhale. Coming back into our Vira 2. And straighten the front leg. Grab a block. You can place a block on the outside or the inside of the foot. We're going to shift back forward. Deep inhale, exhale, lower the right arm down, extending the left arm straight up to the sky. So this is our Trikonasana. A deep inhale here. So we're actively pulling our right hip back to create nice space in our torso. We don't want to crunch down here, so you want to pull that right hip back. Good. Keep sealing the back foot down the outer edge. Twisting from the core, so opening up from the side body towards the sky. And then exhale, rebend the knee, come back up to your Vira 2, shift forward, lift the back heel up, plant the hands, extend that right leg back. You can move your block to the side, come on forward, coming down into chaturanga, lift the heart up and through Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, and exhale, lift the hips up and back into your Adho Mukha Svanasana. A deep inhale here, and then exhale. Lift the left leg straight up to the sky from the inner thigh. A deep inhale here. Exhale, knee comes to chest. Place the foot, left center the hands. Rotate, pivot that right heel down. Rotate the arms up. So we're coming back into our Vira 3.
Vira 2, Virabhadrasana 2.
So make sure that your front heel is lined up with your back arch, right? Make sure your knee is not caving in, caving out, so it's pointed over the middle of the toe. We want to tuck that left tailbone under and then straighten that right leg back. And exhale, soften the ribs, soften the shoulders down, and shift forward. Release that elbow down onto the knee very softly. Begin to twist and flip your hand, flip your arm. And deep inhale, extend the right arm overhead. Good. Keep sealing, keep energizing out through the sides. So we have nice straight line from the fingertips all the way down to the outer edge of the right foot. Nice straight line. So reaching. Exhale. Inhale, bring the arms back up, coming into our Vira 2. We're going to straighten that front leg. Grab a block if you need to. You can place it in the front and the back. Pressing into that front toe, big toe. A deep inhale, shift forward. Exhale, release the left arm down. The right arm comes up. So pushing that left hip back. Yes. Energizing out. Creating length in the spine. No crunching here. Softening the face, soften the jaw. Savor the exhale. Inhale, come on back up, rebend the knee, circle the arms back down. Good, lifting the back heel up, you can move your block, plant the hands, lift the left leg to meet the right, shift forward, lower chaturanga, flip over the toes, pull the heart through, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana for inhale. Exhale, lift the hips straight up and back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Deep inhale, pedal out the legs, pressing into the floor. Bend the knees. Exhale, look where you're going to go and either float, step, hop, walk, wherever you're going to do. Come on forward to your half lift. Ardha Uttanasana. Softly placing the hands on the shins. Make sure we're not locking the knees out, so keeping the front quads activated. A little soft bend in the knees. Inhale, lifting the body forward, drawing the shoulders away. Exhale, folding down. So folding, bend the knees if you need to. Grab onto the elbows, let the head just hang. Inhale into the back of the heart, the side of the body. Exhale again, let it hang. You can shake your head yes and no. Inhale, release the hands down. Circle them all the way up towards the sky. Bring your hands to heart center. Good, you guys, let's keep going, okay? We're getting there. And deep inhale. Swish the hands, bend the knees, push the hips back. We're coming into Utkatasana, our chair pose. So your feet can be hips distance or closer. Make sure that you're pressing with your heels. Your knees are not over the toes, so we want to push the shins back. A deep inhale. Firm the belly up and in, pushing the hips out. Firming the belly. Exhale, hands to heart center, stand up. So from here, let's open the legs just a little bit. So shift your weight into your right foot. We're going to lift our left leg up, cross it over top of the right leg, and then wrap it if possible, or you can just cross it, that's fine. Or if you want to wrap it, if this is fine for you, wrap it around the calf. Push that left hip back, so make sure you're not in this weird torqued position. So hips are neutral to the front as much as possible. So this is our Garudasana, our eagle pose. Lift the hands up, inhale, exhale, extend them out to the side, and then you're going to wrap your right arm underneath and either bring the back of the hands together or you can bring it into a full wrap. Good, full eagle pose. So pulling all of our energy into the center of our body, finding our gravity, our center of gravity here. Pulling, lifting up through the body, through the crown of the head, lift those elbows up a little bit higher. A deep inhale. Exhale, unwrap the legs, step back with the left foot. We're coming into our crescent pose and Janasani pose. And deep inhale, unwrap the arms, extend them straight up. A deep inhale, pressing through that front heel. And exhale, let's pivot the back heel down, and then we're going to move our front toe forward. So our feet are now parallel to the front of the mat. So we came to the left side of the mat. So deep inhale here, extend the arms straight up, lift the quads, pull the tailbone down because we're straight. Then exhale, Hands to heart center. We're gonna tip from the pelvis straight down, releasing the head to the floor. Good. Inhale here. Lifting the sacrum up, pulling our sternum towards the floor. Exhale, find ease here. We're probably beginning to work up a little bit of a sweat. So let's bring our hands back to our hips here, and then we're going to inhale to lift all the way up. We're going to come into a skandasana, so plyo skandasana. So we're actively moving in it. It's dynamic. So we're going to bend the right knee. We're going to scoot the hip back. Our left leg is staying nice and actively straight, okay? So lifting that left leg quad. Bend the right knee, push the hips back. Your hands can come to heart center. And we're just going to keep pressing into that left foot and then push up. Just little bounces. Good. Keep going. Little bounce. Absorb the bounce. 7, 6, hips go back. 5, 4, 3. See if you can go a little bit deeper. 2 and 1. Good job. Straighten. And deep inhale. Bring the hands straight up overhead. Exhale. We're going to pivot the toes out in the front leg, externally rotating from the hip. Lift the back heel up. So now we're coming back, and then bend that front knee. So we're coming back to our crescent pose here. So pulling our right hip back, left hip forward, pull the tailbone down, deep inhale. Good. And dips here. So pressing from the front heel, all we're going to do is lower that back knee down just a little bit. So just a little bend. Straighten. As we straighten, pulling the tailbone towards the back of the knee. And deep inhale. Exhale, bend, straighten, bend, and straighten, bend. Little movements. Straighten. Go. 6, 5, 4, 3, almost done. And 2 and 1. Stay where you are. Inhale again. Exhale. We're going to twist to our right side. So our bent knee. We're going to extend our right arm straight back, left arm straight forward. We're really opening up that front hip on the left side. A deep inhale here. Release the right arm back. You can cross it to the hip or just to the back of the back thigh. Lifting the left arm just straight overhead. A deep inhale. Exhale, release the hand all the way down to the floor. Right arm down to the floor. Press into the floor. Lift the right foot back to meet the left and push the hips just straight up. Just take a little moment of ease here. Good. Pedal out. Go ahead and shift forward to plank. Lower to chaturanga. Pull the heart through. Inhale. Urdhva Mukha. Lift the hips up and back. Adho Mukha. Good. Let's bend the knees. Sit back. Look where you're going to jump or where you're going to step. Jump forward. Halfway lift. A deep inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extend the arms out to the side, straight up. Lower the hands, heart center. So now we're going to shift our weight to our left foot. So shifting the weight to the left foot, lift the right knee up. Cross it over top of your left leg, wrap it all the way around the calf if that feels right for you. Otherwise, you could just let it cross. I like to get my toes around. Pull that right hip back so your hips are even to the front. Okay, deep inhale. Hands come up, straight up. Exhale, we're going to cross the opposite way this time. So I believe my left arm is coming under my right arm. We're going to pull the elbows up, deep inhale, lifting through the center of the body. Finding your gravity, finding your center. Drawing the energy up from the ground all the way out through the top of the head. A deep inhale, firm the belly. Soften the ribs. Same alignments apply. Same actions apply. A deep inhale. Unwrap the right leg, step it straight back. So we're coming into a lunge here, a crescent. Your heels up. Deep inhale, undo the arms, extend them out, straight up. Good. And then we're going to pivot the right heel back, pull those left toes forward. So now they're parallel, our feet are parallel. We're in a wide stance here. A deep inhale, extend the arms straight up. Exhale, bring them to heart center. we're going to do the same thing on the left side. So hips are going to come back, our Skandasana. Hips are coming back, bending the knee, pressing it up, bending the knees. Absorb, land on the entire foot, nice and soft. So let your body fall into the foot. Don't just stop it. Good. 6, 5, right leg stay straight. It's your balance. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Land, re-straighten. A deep inhale, hands come up. Exhale, let's fold this time. Release the neck, shake it out. A deep inhale, halfway left. And exhale, hands come to your hips. Let's come all the way up. All right, bring your hands straight up again, out to the side and straight up. We're going to extend our left leg from the hip socket forward, and we're going to lift that back heel up. So we're coming back to our crescent pose. So pulling that right hip forward. Deep inhale here. Remember, we're going to come into our dips. So dip with the right knee, just straighten, pulling the leg back away from the floor. Pulling, dip, pulling, dip. We'll make sure, draw the tailbone down. Good. 6, 5, 4, watch the front knee. 2, 1, good, perfect. And then extend the left arm back. Remember, we're coming into our twist here. Left arm comes back, our right arm is going to come forward. We're bending into that front leg just a little deeper here. Inhale, exhale, release the left arm back. You can cross over to the right thigh. Inhale, reaching overhead. Good. And exhale, circle arms straight down to the floor. Lift the left foot up to meet the right, shift forward, chaturanga. Inhale, pull the heart through, urdhva. Lift the hips up and back for your exhale. Press the floor into the ground. A deep inhale here, pedal the feet out, lift the hips straight up, bend the knees if you want, stretch the back out. If you like to come down for a balasana, a child's pose, this is probably a really good time. So let's lower our knees, bend the knees, lower the hips. Let the body just fall into the hips. And get a little glass of water. And when you're ready, let's meet back in down dog. So hips are going to come up and back. Inhale, come up to the toes, bend the knees. Exhale, look where you're going to jump or walk. Lift the hips, float forward. Half lift, so Ardha Uttanasana. Firm the belly. Pull the shoulders down. Don't let the neck hang or lift up. Just neutral neck. Good. So the line of the spine is straight in the neck from the spine. There's no curving. Extra curving. It's just your natural curves. Exhale, fold forward. Chest to thighs. A deep inhale, come all the way back up. The arms can come straight up. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right. So we're gonna lift our right knee up. Good. Twisting to the right side, coming into a twist. Right arm is gonna go back, and we're just gonna twist. And then lower, a little squat. Lift the knee up and twist. Come back forward, hands to heart center, lower. Sing up, 8. Come back, hands to heart center, little squat. Lift the knee up. 7, a little bit faster. Twist. 6, keep pressing from that left leg. 5, 4, tailbone comes down. 3, keep the hip down. 2, almost done with these. And 1, good. And hands can come to heart center. Extend them straight up, circle them down towards the floor, and plant the hands. You can either step or jump back to chaturanga. Exhale, lift the heart straight up and through on your inhale. Exhale, hips come straight up and back. Let's lift the right leg straight up from the inner thigh and then bend it, so back into our scorpion dog. So we're lifting the knee up, keeping our shoulders about equal distance from the floor. So we don't want to torque our body open. We just want to keep it nice and neutral towards the floor. Shoulders even to the floor as much as possible. Drawing that toe towards that left corner. Inhale, exhale, shift, drawing the knee out to touch the right tricep. Lifting it straight up and back, right back into your scorpion. Shift forward, knee comes out to touch the tricep. Good. 2, 3, 1 more on the outside, 4 on the next one, bring it into the chest. So come back, scorpion, bring the knee into the chest, extend the legs. So we're going to roll over to the left heel, the inner side of the foot. Extend your legs straight out through that little space. We're opening the legs up, pressing into the right hand, lifting the left arm straight up to the sky, pushing the hips up. This is fallen triangle. A deep inhale. Good. Exhale. Lift the toes up. Let the hips fall to the floor. Good. So we're in a straddle pose here. Deep inhale here. And exhale. Let's bring our hands behind us. I'm going to move this. Let's bring our hands behind us. So left hand can come into the floor, right under the shoulder. We're going to extend. So I call this a wild, kind of like a wild camel, wide camel. So a deep inhale. Lift the hips straight up, circle the arm up and around. Exhale, reverse the circle, coming off the foot, sit the hips down. Deep inhale, right hand's gonna come down into the floor, under the shoulder. Lift the hips up, circle the arm up and over. Exhale, one more time on each side. Just big circles here. Exhale, inhale, lift the hips up. Pressing the heels into the floor. Exhale, lower. Deep inhale. Exhale, let's press the hands into the floor. Come back onto the side, the inner edge of the left foot. And then we're going to come, I'll roll it all the way to the toe. Lift the knee, the right knee up into the chest again. So we're where we started. Then we're just going to pull the knee in, lower it down. 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 One more time, pull it in. Place that foot to the front, right center of the hands. Good. And we're going to pivot our right heel down, or our left heel down, sorry, at an angle here, coming into our Vera 1. So we're going to lift the hands straight up, pull the right hip back, externally rotate, rotating that outer edge of the left thigh forward. Deep inhale. Exhale, stay for the exhale. Good. I'll just stay here for just a sec here. Keep breathing. Straightening the front leg, pressing into the front toe. We're going to extend the arms out straight to the side, and then behind us, or behind you can clasp the hands, pulling the shoulders down, pulling the navel in. We're gonna lower the body straight down, coming into our Parsvottanasana. A deep inhale, pulling the right hip back, and lift, lower, and lift. 8, 7, keep pressing into the front toe. 6, 5, 4, 3, keep the right knee bent just a little bit. 2, and 1. Good job. Lower back down. Grab a block. You can place it on the inside of the right foot. A deep inhale here, lengthening the head up, pulling the right hip back, and then exhale, begin to twist. You can extend the arm out to the side, or you can begin to twist and lift. So keeping that left heel drawing into the floor as much as possible, pulling the right hip back, twisting from the core, just using that left hand. It's just a little bit of balance. Exhale, bring the arm back down. Good. Move our block. Bend the knee. Plant the hands into the floor. Lift that right foot to meet the left. We're going to go ahead and shift forward. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, pull the heart up and through. Urdhva Mukha. Lift the hips up and back for the exhale, pressing into the floor. Deep inhale here. Coming onto the toes. Bend the knees. look forward, exhale, and jump, float, or walk forward. Pull into half lift, heart forward. And exhale, fold all the way down. Deep inhale, circle the arms out and up, straight up, hands to heart center. Okay, so this time we're gonna lift our left knee up. Arms are gonna come up and then twist. And then we're gonna bring them back forward, or back to heart center. Lower the knee, come into a dip. Lift the knee, twist. Back to heart center, lower dip. Lift the knee, 7, twist, squat. 5, keep going. 4, remember knees behind the toes. 3, almost done. 2, and 1. Hands come up, circle them out to the side, down to the floor. You can either jump, float back, whatever you want to do, into chaturanga. Exhale, inhale, pull the heart through. Urdhva Mukha, lift the hips straight up and back. For your exhale into Adho Mukha Svanasana, pedal out, find ease, pressing into the floor. Good, and deep inhale, lift the left leg straight up. Let's bend at the knee, coming back into our scorpion dog. So we're driving that toe, pointing it towards the right corner of the front of the mat. A deep inhale. Exhale, shift forward, drawing it into the chest, actually into the left tricep. Inhale, lifting back into our scorpion. Exhale, knee comes to the tricep. 2, 3, good. 4, keep your belly firm. And bring it into the chest this time. Remember, we're gonna extend, roll onto the back heel of that back foot, extend the left leg out through that space. Lifting, pressing into that lower left hand. Lifting the hips up, right hand towards the sky. And deep inhale, exhale, lower the hips down to the floor, coming into our straddle. So legs are open here, take a break. Inhale, exhale. Plant your right hand under the shoulder behind you. We're gonna draw those heels into the floor. Lift the hips, circle the arm up into our wild straddle. Exhale, lower. Left hand comes down. Right arm circles, lift the hips, and lower. One more time each side. Lift, lower, lift, and lower. Good. Hands to heart center. And place your hands on the front, so over the left thigh. We're going to roll over the inside of that right foot, and then come onto the toe as you draw that right knee back into the chest. And lower. 5, 4, 3, keep pulling that navel in. 2, and 1. Good, pull it up. Place that foot left center of the hand. Pivot that back right heel down at an angle, because we're coming up to our Vira 1 or Warrior 1. So extend the arms straight out to the side and up. Good. Left hip's going to pull back, right hip's going to pull forward. So we're actually rotating the outer edge of the right leg, just torquing it forward a little bit. A deep inhale, soften the ribs, reaching up through the arms, pulling the tailbone down. Let's stay here. Exhale, bending the knee as much as possible just to keep our back straight though. Good. Straighten the front leg, pressing into the big toe of that front leg, pulling that left hip back, right? Firming the tailbone down. Arms are straight up. Circle them out to the side, extend them behind you, and then you can clasp them behind you. You can also grab your elbows, whatever's comfortable. So pulling it down, drawing your shoulders down. A deep inhale, elongating. Exhale, bending from the hips. So keep a slight, subtle bend in your front knee. And just bending down, opening up. So lifting, bending down. 9, 8, 7. Keep the left hip pulling back. 6, 5, 4. Drawing the chin towards that left foot. 3, 2. One more. One more. And 1. Grab your block. Place it on the inside of that foot. Deep inhale here. Extending, pull that left hip forward, and then exhale into our twisting pyramid. Parivrta, Parsvottanasana. By knees, keep pulling, drawing the hips in, pulling the legs in towards each other, into the center. Deep inhale, elongating through the spine. Exhale, lower the hand down. Move the block, plant the hands on the floor, bending the knee. Lift that left foot to meet the right foot, shift forward. Lower chaturanga, exhale, inhale, pull the heart through Urdhva. Exhale, lift the hips straight up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. A deep inhale here. Good. Bend the knees, either float, step, or hop forward, and we're going to lower the hips down. Open. So you can place your feet together, and then it's like a butterfly pose. Open the knees out to the side. Deep inhale, or you can just cross them. Good. Exhale. We're going to come back into our Virasana pose, or you can extend the legs out in front of you. So it's what we started with. So I'm just going to bring my sitting bones towards the floor, and my feet are right on the side of my hips here. My knees are bent, knees to touch, and then I just let them relax. So drawing up through the center of the body. So we want to find a neutral pelvis here. And exhale, letting everything go. Just noticing how your body is feeling now that we've done all this work, that it's serving you so well. A deep inhale. And exhale, let's release our hands under the shoulders, so leaning back just a little bit. We're going to press our palms into the floor. A deep inhale here, lifting the hips straight up. And then lower. Even if your legs are extended out in front of you, we're still going to do this. So we're pulling the tailbone into the body, firming the belly, opening the shoulders, and then lower back down. A deep inhale to lift, and then exhale to lower. Let's come back up. This time, we're going to lift up. So we're in a kneeling position here, so why don't you come into a kneeling position if you're extended straight out in front, legs are extended straight out in front of you. Bring them so that way then we're kneeling now. So let's all meet kneeling. And deep inhale here. Exhale, tailbone's going to draw into the body. We're going to pull our sitting bones down. So pull our sacrum down. Right? And then we're going to open our chest, lifting our hearts up towards the sky. Firm the belly in. We're going to begin to lean back so we're not bending the hips. A deep inhale, and then bend the hips and sit straight down. A deep inhale lifts you back up. Lengthen. Exhale, begin to shift back. Don't bend the hips, not yet. Keep leaning back, and then bend the hips and lower. A deep inhale, lifting the hips up. Good, back to kneeling. Lower back, leaning back, just until you think. I don't want any back pain or anything like that, so just go until you feel the tension in the quads, and then release. The quads will just tighten up on you really fast, so we don't want to have any problems with that. Let's lift up one more time here. Firm, lower back as far as you can go. Lower the hips. Good job. Okay, so let's bring our legs back in front of us. Go ahead and just whack your knees, the back of the knees onto the floor. Inhale, lift the heart up. Good. Let it go. Find some ease here. So we're going to come into what I call a crab pose. So it's pretty much like what we did in the beginning. Our palms are going to go under the shoulders. When we lean back, our shoulders go back. So place the palms under the shoulders. Remember, you're pressing through the entire hand, not just the palm area. We don't want to hurt our wrists, so we're going to press through the entire palm. My fingers are pointed forward. You can also have them pointed out, although pointed forward is, a little bit safer, but you may not be there yet. That's okay. It's just a little bit of tightness sometimes, or just maybe it's new. So we're going to have our knees up towards the sky, but our feet are a little bit in front of us. We're going to lift the hips up. A deep inhale here. We're going to extend our left leg straight. We're just going to lower the hips down, lowering the leg to hover over the floor, and then lifting it straight up. Lower, pressing through that right heel. Lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, keep going, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, let the shoulders open, and 1, from the belly. Bend the knee, lower the hips, extend the legs in front of you, slowly, carefully roll back. Just come into a Savasana for just a second. Just release. Full expansive inhale, drawing all that energy in. Exhale, just detoxify, letting go of all that sweat, all that tension inside. We're just letting that go now. Just find ease, find relaxation here. And when you're ready, we're going to come back up very carefully. So I like to use my elbows to just pull myself up. Use your core, and then you can roll onto the palms of the hands. And then again, we're just going to make sure the palms are underneath the shoulders. We're going to draw those feet so we're on the bottom of the feet. Knees are up, so our feet are out in front of us a little bit, so we're coming into our crab. Feet are about hip distance parallel, okay? Lifting up. And deep inhale, just a little hover, so we're not straight, not like the beginning, so it's just a little hover. And we're going to straighten, so pressing into the left heel, straightening the right leg out so it's even with that left thigh. And then we're going to lower the hips down, lower the leg down, almost touching the heel, lift it back up. So we're lifting almost like a crunch, lifting. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, good. 2, keep going guys, and 1, good, release, lower the body back down, back to Savasana. And a deep inhale here. And just stay here for just a moment and find ease, relaxing. We're almost to the end. You guys have come so far. We're almost there. Next inhale, let's bring our knees up. So our feet are still on the floor. And the bottom of the feet are still on the floor. We're going to inhale and then let our feet just fall to the left side. If you'd like, actually just let them fall to the left side. We're not going to do anything else right now. Just no activation, no forcing, no nothing. Just let them fall naturally. Okay, you can open your arms out to the side. A deep inhale here. Just letting them fall. Exhale. You're going to shake your head out. Inhale, bring them back up. Good, retuck the tailbone down. Deep inhale, exhale, let them fall to the right side. And you can extend the arms out just a little bit. We're not going to go full extension right now. We're not quite there yet. Just letting them fall. Just a little teeny tiny baby twist here. Just letting your body twist the way it wants to without you pushing it too much. And letting your body know it's okay now. We're done. We're almost done. And inhale brings the knees back up and bring them into the chest, just like we did in the very beginning. You guys can grab onto your knees, roll the backs out, just little movements. You can cross over the ankles. You don't have to hang on to the knees. You can leave your hands out. And inhale, exhale. Let's come back up. So use your elbows. We're going to extend back up, or you guys can roll up. You guys can roll up. So what I want you to do is bring your knees up. So it's like we were doing, we were laying down. Our knees are up, but our bodies are upright. We're going to, with our left leg, we're going to cross it. So tuck it under through. So it's like we're threading it underneath our left knee. Both sitting bones are equally on the floor, so we're not lifting one side up. We're equally nice and rooted into the floor here. So our left knee is pointed forward. We're going to now take our right leg and cross it over top of our left knee. So our legs can be extended out. I'm going to turn, you guys can stay where you are. I'm going to turn so you can see me. This is Gomukhasana. So this is cow face pose. So we're crossing the legs. This opens up the hips a lot. aiming the hip flexors, usually in the side hips, but we want our knees to stack here. You also may feel free to put a block here. Okay, you can also put a blanket here. You can place a blanket right here if you want to, whatever's comfortable for you. A deep inhale here. Exhale, soften the shoulders down. A deep inhale, let's walk the hands forward just a little bit. Not too much tension here, so we're just pulling the hands forward just a little bit, just a little baby fold. And deep inhale, feel free to grab your blocks as well. I actually like to grab one block, place it right in front of my knees, walk the hands forward, and then exhale to lower my forehead onto the block. If that's too much for you, just stay up. That's perfectly fine. That's beautiful. We're just looking for the feeling. Keep breathing. And inhale to come back up. And exhale. Inhale, extend the arms out to the side and straight up. Exhale, we're going to twist to the right side. So right arm can go straight back, left arm can go over the right knee. Deep inhale, lifting up. Remember, we're torquing around the spine. We're not leaning to the side. We're not leaning forward or backwards. We're just twisting around our spine. It's like a pole. So twisting around the pole. A deep inhale here. Exhale, stay for the exhale. Let's do 2 more cycles of breath here. So inhale again. Exhale. Your next inhale, just come forward. Let's move our block. And then we're going to very carefully walk our right foot out towards the front. Back to the front, so foot's on the floor, and then we're going to pull our right leg so our left foot is on the floor. So we're back into knees up position. Okay, you can extend your legs in front of you, lean back onto the hands for a second, go ahead and slap the back of the knees on the floor, relax them. Rebend the knees, and now we're going to do the same thing with the opposite side. So lift your right knee up, thread that right foot through, so that way then that outer edge of the leg is going to be on the floor. Your right knee is going to face forward. Good. Sitting bones are equally on the floor, and then we're going to rock our left leg to the side, and then just stack those knees as much as you can. If it's more open or you just want to do one, you can leave one knee up. That's perfectly fine, whatever feels more comfortable for you. You'll notice that one side tends to be much tighter than the other side, and that's just completely normal. It's just the way our bodies just become sometimes going through life, our jobs, our patterns, our habits, whatever it may be. It's just, we're here, we're noticing it, and then maybe it'll open up a little bit more and equalize. We'll find balance in both sides in time. And a deep inhale. And exhale, go ahead and walk the hands forward just a little bit. And inhale here. If you'd like, you can place a block in front of you or just stay upright, and it's perfectly fine as well. It's whatever you feel is comfortable for yourself. Everybody is different. Everyone is unique in their own way. We're just looking for that feeling. Just a little bit of feeling, not too much, not too intense. Let's stay for the inhale. Nice slow exhale. The next inhale, come on up. Extend the arms straight up to the sides. Up. Exhale, twisting to the left side. So left hand's going to extend behind you. I'm on my fingertips, that way then I'm not just leaning, right? And then my right arm's extending over the knee. A deep inhale here. Extending up through the crown of the head. And exhale. 2 more cycles of breath. Nice soft exhale. And then when you're ready, come back to the front. Move your block if you have a block there. Remember, we're going to very carefully walk our left foot forward. Just move it all the way to the side. And then draw that right leg up and through. Extend your legs out in front of you. You can slap them one more time. Good. And then here we go. We're going to extend our legs out in front of us, very carefully rolling all the way back. Deep inhale, bring the knees back up. Exhale. Draw the knees into the chest. Feel free to open the knees if you want to come into happy baby. So you can either grab your toes and come on the outside of the knees. You can grab your toes, lifting your feet, the tops of your feet up towards the floor, or you can grab the outside of the foot. Sometimes I feel like that. It's just a little bit too much, so I like to grab my toes. You can rock side to side. We want to try to keep our backs pretty neutral here. Sometimes around just a little bit when we want to try to prevent that. Let the feet just fall out. Deep inhale. Exhale, release the feet straight out in front of you for our final pose of Savasana. I like to tuck the back, draw the shoulders down, and tuck the tailbone down just a little bit, and then extend the arms out to the side. Palms open towards the sky, the ceiling, your dreams, your heart, whatever you desire. Find neutral neck. And draw the shoulders down once again. Make sure that your neck is nice and elongated. Deep inhale. Soaking in this practice, everything you've done today. Embracing, honoring yourself. And exhale, letting it all out. Let the arms just fall out to the side. Let the feet fall if they want to fall in or out. Just let them fall. No forcing. Just as we did in the beginning, let's relax our jaws. Relax our face. Relax the eyebrows. Let it all go. Just let it soften, let it settle, let it fall. Sinking into the earth. A deep inhale. Filling the heart up. Drawing all that energy into those spaces of maybe tension, maybe a little bit of soreness. You just notice feeling. And then exhale. Drawing that out. So we're inhaling, we're bringing that, it's almost like a detoxifying, it's like a helping energy. So notice where you feel tension, notice where you feel maybe a little bit of uncomfort or pain or whatever it may be, or even if you have thoughts still in your head. Just try to breathe the energy, the healing energy into those spaces, and then just let it go. It's almost like it's a rinsing. So it's coming and it's rinsing it clear. Just giving it a little shine. Just relax. Let go of any thoughts. Nothing serves you anymore in this moment. You're just focusing on building yourself. Clearing your mind for a new start tomorrow. A good rest tonight. Or continuing up your day if you've already slept. Keep breathing. Keep noticing the face. Sometimes the face will clench up on you. And the back of the teeth is an area that likes to just stiffen and harden. So just think of just letting it fall, letting the back of the teeth, the area behind the last teeth, just letting it fall and melt, release. When you're ready, begin to find movements. I like to just move my fingers, my toes, I'm able to move it up towards my ankles and my wrists. Just drawing that awareness and attention and activation throughout the body back again, very slowly, so we don't startle our minds and our bodies. Let's bring the knees up. Extend the arms out and straight up overhead. One last deep inhale here. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. You can roll to one side and then make your way up very slowly. What I like to do is roll to one side, and then I'll press with that side, that hand, the top hand, and then pushing my shoulder up, letting my head last to come up. And then let's make our way back to a nice seated, folded, cross-legged position, or Sukhasana. And bring your hands to heart center, a deep inhale. Exhale. Just want to say thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through this flow today, opening up a very important part of our body, which leads to clearing our mind, clearing our next chapter in our life, which is maybe just tomorrow, maybe it's further ahead of that. Deep inhale. Exhale. Namaste.